Have you ever found yourself feeling overwhelmed by life's challenges, thinking, "Why am I so easily shaken?" Do you wonder why some people seem to handle adversity with grace and strength while you feel like you're constantly struggling? What if there was a way to build inner strength and resilience that could transform your life? Imagine a situation where a small issue turns into a massive problem simply because you let it get to you. Maybe it's a tough conversation with a friend, a stressful day at work, or a minor setback that spirals into a major crisis in your mind. This is what it means to be soft, to let external circumstances dictate your emotional state. But what if you could learn to respond with calm and confidence, no matter what life throws at you? Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore transformative insights rooted in ancient wisdom to help you navigate life's ups and downs with strength and clarity. In today's video, we're diving into the Buddhist perspective on building inner strength and stopping the cycle of being overly affected by external pressures. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing valuable content to help you grow and thrive. Let's begin by exploring the concept of inner strength from a Buddhist viewpoint. Buddhism teaches that true strength comes not from physical power but from mastering your mind and emotions. By understanding and applying these principles, you can learn to stop being so soft and instead develop a resilient and steadfast character. Throughout this series, we will uncover practical steps to build this inner fortitude, using simple and actionable insights. We will explore how Buddhism addresses emotional vulnerability, how you can apply these teachings in daily life, and the powerful impact this transformation can have on your overall well-being. Stay tuned as we embark on this journey towards a stronger, more resilient you. Let's take the first step together and discover the power of inner strength. In the upcoming parts, we will delve deeper into how you can integrate these teachings into your life, starting from today. So, buckle up and get ready to stop being soft. Your journey to inner strength begins now. Understanding the concept of softness in Buddhism. Let's take a moment to delve into what it means to be soft from a Buddhist perspective. Imagine you're holding a delicate, fragile piece of glass. The slightest bump or tremor can make it shatter into pieces. This is a fitting metaphor for what it means to be emotionally soft, vulnerable to every external influence and unable to withstand life's pressures. In Buddhism, being soft refers to a lack of mental and emotional resilience. It's like having a glass-like mind that easily breaks under stress. This softness isn't a natural state, but rather a result of untrained emotional responses. The Buddhist teachings suggest that our minds can be developed to be more like a sturdy, flexible bamboo, resilient and adaptable, bending with the wind but not breaking. So, what makes us so soft? According to Buddhist philosophy, our softness often stems from attachment and aversion. We cling to desires and fears, allowing them to dictate our emotional responses. For instance, if you're overly attached to your comfort zone, any disturbance can feel like a catastrophe. If you fear failure, every setback can seem like a personal defeat. This constant cycle of attachment and aversion weakens our emotional resilience. Buddhism teaches that to move away from this softness, we need to cultivate mindfulness and understanding. Mindfulness helps us observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. By doing so, we gain the ability to respond to situations with greater clarity and less emotional reactivity. Think of it as developing a protective layer for your mind that allows you to face difficulties without being easily thrown off balance. Consider this. When a calm and mindful person encounters a problem, they don't react impulsively or with heightened emotions. Instead, they pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully. Their resilience comes from a deep understanding that their inner peace is not dependent on external conditions. They know that all experiences, whether pleasant or unpleasant, are temporary. This perspective helps them remain stable regardless of external circumstances. One practical example from Buddhist teachings is the story of the patient monk. In this story, a monk faces constant challenges and insults from others, but remains calm and composed. His response is not out of indifference, but from a place of deep inner strength and understanding. He knows that other people's actions are not a reflection of his worth, but simply a part of the ever-changing flow of life. To stop being soft, we must start by examining our attachments and aversions. What are the things that you hold on to tightly? What fears or desires are driving your actions and reactions? By identifying these, we can begin to understand the roots of our emotional softness. Another key aspect of developing resilience is understanding the concept of impermanence. Buddhism teaches that everything is in a constant state of flux. Nothing stays the same forever. Recognizing this helps us to detach from our fixed notions and expectations. When we accept that change is a natural part of life, we become less susceptible to being shaken by it. Training the mind to accept impermanence involves practices such as meditation and reflection. Through meditation, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice helps us develop a more balanced perspective, making us less reactive and more centered in the face of challenges. Furthermore, Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of compassion, both towards ourselves and others. Being compassionate doesn't mean being weak or passive. Rather, it means understanding and accepting ourselves and others as we are. This acceptance allows us to approach difficulties with a sense of calm and strength, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. By integrating these teachings into our daily lives, we can begin to transform our emotional responses. We become less like fragile glass and more like resilient bamboo. This transformation isn't an overnight process, but a gradual journey of self-discovery and growth. As we continue exploring the Buddhist approach to inner strength, remember that every step you take towards understanding and resilience is a step towards a more robust and stable self. Embrace the journey with patience and openness, and you will find that the softness that once defined you begins to dissolve, replaced by a newfound strength and clarity. The role of resilience in spiritual growth. Imagine you're a tree standing tall in a fierce storm. The wind howls, the rain pelts down, and yet, you remain rooted and steadfast. This is the essence of resilience, a key component in your spiritual journey. Just as a tree withstands the storm, your inner strength allows you to face life's challenges without being uprooted. Resilience is not just about enduring difficulties, it's about growing through them. In Buddhism, resilience is seen as a crucial quality that helps you navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of purpose and balance. It's about learning to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing your core. In everyday life, resilience shows up in many forms. It could be as simple as handling a stressful situation at work with calm, or as profound as overcoming a personal crisis with grace. This ability to bounce back is what keeps you moving forward, even when faced with obstacles. Buddhism teaches that true resilience comes from understanding the nature of suffering and impermanence. Life is full of changes, and challenges are a natural part of that. By accepting this, you can cultivate a resilient mindset that allows you to remain steady and composed. One of the key practices to build resilience is mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you stay present, even when things are tough. It allows you to observe your thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed by them. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to respond to difficulties with a clear and calm mind, rather than reacting out of frustration or fear. Another aspect of building resilience is embracing impermanence. Buddhism teaches that everything in life is temporary. This understanding can help you deal with challenges more effectively. When you realize that problems are not permanent, you can approach them with a sense of perspective and ease. This doesn't mean you ignore the difficulties. Instead, you recognize that they are part of the flow of life. Building resilience also involves developing a positive mindset. This means focusing on the lessons that challenges can teach you rather than just the difficulties they bring. When you approach problems with a learning mindset, you turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. This shift in perspective can greatly enhance your ability to handle stress and adversity. Another key practice in fostering resilience is self-compassion. Being kind to yourself during tough times allows you to handle stress with more grace and less self-criticism. Instead of beating yourself up for perceived failures or shortcomings, practice self-compassion by acknowledging your efforts and treating yourself with kindness. This approach helps you recover more quickly and strengthens your inner resolve. Resilience also involves creating a support system. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Having a network of friends, family, or even mentors can provide the encouragement and perspective needed to navigate difficult times. Knowing that you are not alone in your struggles can make a significant difference in your ability to remain resilient. In summary, resilience is a vital aspect of spiritual growth and personal development. It helps you stay grounded and composed in the face of life's challenges, transforming difficulties into opportunities for growth. By practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, maintaining a positive mindset, showing self-compassion, and building a support system, you can cultivate a resilient spirit that enables you to navigate life's storms with strength and grace. As you continue on your journey, remember that resilience is not about being invulnerable, but about learning to rise each time you fall. By developing this quality, you can face life's challenges with a balanced and steady heart, turning every trial into a stepping stone toward deeper spiritual growth and inner strength. Breaking free from the chains of attachment. Imagine waking up every day feeling like you're carrying a heavy weight on your shoulders. It's not a physical burden, but an emotional one. Attachments that pull at you, holding you back from finding peace and strength. These attachments can be to people, possessions, or even specific outcomes we desire. They create chains that bind us, making us feel stuck and unable to fully live in the present moment. So, how do we break free from these chains and cultivate true inner strength? To start, let's think about how attachments affect us in daily life. Have you ever felt anxious because you were waiting for a text from a friend or worried about losing a job? These feelings often stem from our attachment to certain outcomes or the need for approval. When we are overly attached, our happiness and peace are tied to external factors that we can't always control. Buddhism teaches us that attachment is one of the main causes of suffering. This isn't to say that we should stop caring about things or people. Instead, it's about finding a balance where we care deeply but without letting it control our emotions. The Buddha talked about the concept of non-attachment, which means letting go of our excessive clinging and finding peace within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. Let's take a simple example. Imagine you have a favorite book that you've cherished for years. You love this book because it brings you joy and comfort. But if you become so attached that you're afraid to let it out of your sight, you might start feeling anxious every time you lend it to someone or if it gets a little damaged. This anxiety is a sign of attachment. True freedom comes when you can appreciate and enjoy the book without letting it dictate your emotional state. In Buddhism, the practice of non-attachment involves recognizing the temporary nature of all things. Everything we experience, people, possessions, and situations, is transient. By accepting this impermanence, we can begin to loosen our grip on these attachments. This doesn't mean we stop valuing things. Rather, we understand that our happiness doesn't depend on them. To practice non-attachment, start with small steps. Notice when you feel a strong emotional reaction to something. Ask yourself why you feel this way and what you're holding on to. Is it a specific outcome or the fear of losing something you care about? By becoming aware of these attachments, you can begin to challenge them and find more freedom in your life. Meditation can also help with this process. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. As thoughts and feelings about attachments arise, observe them without judgment. This practice helps you to distance yourself from these attachments and see them for what they are, just passing thoughts and emotions. Another helpful practice is to cultivate gratitude. When we focus on what we have rather than what we might lose, we shift our perspective. Gratitude helps us to appreciate the present moment in the people and things in our lives without clinging to them. This shift in focus can reduce the emotional weight of attachment. In daily interactions, try to let go of the need for specific outcomes. If you're having a conversation, be present and engage without worrying about how it will end or what the other person thinks of you. By releasing the need for control and approval, you can approach each moment with a sense of freedom and openness. It's also important to practice self-compassion. Understand that breaking free from attachments is a gradual process. Be patient with yourself and recognize that it's okay to have moments of attachment. What matters is your willingness to observe and gently release these tendencies. As you work on breaking free from attachments, you'll find that your inner strength grows. You'll become more resilient and less affected by the ups and downs of life. By learning to let go of the chains that bind you, you create space for true peace and freedom within yourself. In the end, the goal is to find balance. caring deeply about life and its experiences while not letting them control your happiness. This balance allows you to live with a sense of ease and strength, no longer bound by the chains of attachment. Embrace this journey of non-attachment and watch how your life transforms. By letting go of what holds you back, you open the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling existence. Developing mental toughness through meditation. Imagine a calm lake. When the water is still, you can see right through it. But when it's disturbed, the reflection becomes cloudy and unclear. This is much like our minds when we face challenges. If our mind is calm and centered, we can handle problems with clarity. However, if it's agitated, everything seems more complicated and overwhelming. This is where mental toughness becomes essential, and meditation is the key to developing it. Meditation in Buddhism isn't just about sitting quietly. It's about training the mind to be strong, resilient, and focused. Think of it as a workout for your brain. Just as lifting weights builds physical strength, meditation builds mental strength. Through regular practice, you learn to control your thoughts and emotions, making you less susceptible to external disturbances. Start with simple meditation practices. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Notice how each breath feels as it enters and leaves your body. Your mind will wander, and that's okay. When you notice it drifting, gently bring your focus back to your breath. This practice helps train your mind to stay centered amidst the chaos of life. As you continue to meditate, you'll notice changes in how you respond to stress. Instead of reacting impulsively, you'll start to respond with a clear and calm mindset. Meditation helps you build resilience by teaching you to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. You learn to let go of worries and fears, seeing them as passing clouds rather than permanent fixtures in your mind. In Buddhism, there's a concept known as mindfulness. It means being fully present in each moment without judgment. When you practice mindfulness, you're training yourself to be aware of your thoughts and feelings without letting them control you. This awareness allows you to handle difficult situations with greater ease and composure. Another technique to develop mental toughness is observing the mind. Sit quietly and pay attention to your thoughts as they arise. Don't try to change them or judge them. Just observe them as if you're watching a movie. This practice helps you detach from your thoughts, making it easier to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. It's important to be patient with yourself as you develop mental toughness through meditation. Just like physical strength takes time to build, so does mental strength. You might find it challenging at first, but with consistent practice, it will become more natural. Celebrate small victories along the way, and don't get discouraged by setbacks. Incorporating meditation into your daily routine can make a significant difference in how you handle stress. Try to meditate for just a few minutes each day, gradually increasing the time as you become more comfortable with the practice. The key is consistency. Even a short daily practice can build your mental resilience over time. Remember, developing mental toughness isn't about eliminating all stress or negative emotions. It's about learning to manage them effectively. Through meditation, you gain the tools to navigate life's challenges with a sense of calm and control. You become less reactive and more proactive, able to face difficulties with a steady mind and a strong heart. In summary, meditation is a powerful tool for building mental toughness. By practicing regularly, you train your mind to stay focused and resilient, no matter what life throws at you. Start small, be consistent, and watch as your ability to handle stress improves. As you develop this inner strength, you'll find that you can face life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Developing mental toughness through meditation. Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm and composed, no matter how chaotic their surroundings are? It's like they have an inner shield that protects them from stress and negativity. This is not magic, but a skill that can be developed through meditation. A practice that, according to Buddhism, strengthens the mind and cultivates mental toughness. Meditation might seem like a practice reserved for monks or those who live a serene life in a temple, but it is a powerful tool available to everyone. By setting aside just a few minutes each day, you can start to build a resilient mind that can face life's challenges with a calm and collected attitude. The essence of meditation is to focus the mind, making it stronger and more disciplined. Think of meditation like training for the mind. Just as lifting weights strengthens your muscles, meditation strengthens your mental faculties. Imagine you're lifting the weight of your thoughts and emotions, building endurance and resilience with each session. At first, it might feel awkward or challenging, but with practice, you will notice that your mind becomes more robust and less affected by external stressors. To begin, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Start by taking deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, letting your abdomen expand, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Focus on your breath, and when your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This simple practice helps train your mind to stay focused and calm. One effective meditation technique is called mindfulness meditation. In this practice, you observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Instead of getting caught up in them, you let them pass by like clouds in the sky. This helps you build mental resilience because you learn not to react impulsively to your thoughts and emotions. You simply observe them and let them go. Another technique is loving kindness meditation, where you cultivate feelings of compassion and goodwill towards yourself and others. Start by thinking about someone you care about and silently wish them happiness and well-being. Gradually extend these feelings to yourself and then to others around you, including those you might find difficult. This practice helps develop a strong and positive mindset, making you less susceptible to negativity and more resilient in the face of adversity. As you continue with your meditation practice, you'll begin to notice changes in how you respond to stress. Situations that once seemed overwhelming might start to feel more manageable. You'll find yourself reacting with more patience and understanding, and your ability to handle challenging situations will improve. Meditation helps create a mental buffer, allowing you to respond with calm and clarity rather than reacting impulsively. Remember, the key to developing mental toughness through meditation is consistency. It's not about achieving perfection, but about making a regular effort. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a significant difference. As you build this habit, you'll find that your mind becomes stronger and more resilient, helping you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. In Buddhism, meditation is not just a practice but a way of life. It's a means to understand the true nature of the mind and to cultivate inner strength. By integrating meditation into your daily routine, you are not only enhancing your mental toughness but also aligning yourself with a deeper sense of inner peace and stability. So, take a deep breath, find a quiet space, and start your journey with meditation today. Each moment spent in practice is a step towards a more resilient and robust mind. Embrace this journey with patience and persistence, and you will discover the profound strength that lies within you. Building emotional resilience. Lessons from the Buddha. Imagine you're a warrior, not with a sword, but with your mind. Every challenge you face, every disappointment you encounter, is a chance to strengthen your mental armor. But how do we build this emotional resilience? Buddhism offers us profound insights on this journey. Emotional resilience isn't about ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is okay. It's about understanding and managing your emotions in a way that allows you to bounce back from setbacks. Think of it like this. Just as a well-built bridge can withstand strong winds and heavy traffic, a resilient mind can endure the turbulence of life without collapsing. Buddhism teaches that suffering and challenges are a natural part of life. We all face them, but our reactions can make a huge difference. When you encounter difficulties, do you let them consume you, or do you approach them with a sense of calm and clarity? This is where emotional resilience comes into play. One fundamental lesson from the Buddha is the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment and fully experiencing your emotions without letting them overwhelm you. For example, if you're feeling stressed about an upcoming event, mindfulness helps you acknowledge that stress without letting it control your actions or thoughts. By observing your emotions without judgment, you can start to understand them better and respond more effectively. Another key aspect of building resilience is learning to let go of attachments. In Buddhism, attachment is seen as a major source of suffering. When you hold on to certain outcomes, expectations, or possessions too tightly, you set yourself up for disappointment. By practicing non-attachment, you can maintain a sense of inner peace even when things don't go as planned. This doesn't mean you don't care about your goals or relationships. It means you're not letting them define your happiness. Consider a simple example. You're working on a project that's very important to you. Despite your best efforts, things aren't going as planned, and you start to feel frustrated and anxious. Instead of letting these feelings take over, mindfulness encourages you to pause and observe what you're experiencing. You notice your frustration, but don't let it dictate your next actions. Instead, you take a deep breath, reassess your approach, and move forward with a clear mind. Resilience also involves developing a positive mindset. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. When you face difficulties, try to see them as chances to learn and evolve. For example, if you encounter a setback in your career, instead of viewing it as a failure, consider it a lesson that can guide you towards a better path. This shift in perspective can significantly enhance your emotional resilience. Additionally, Buddhism encourages the practice of compassion, both towards yourself and others. Compassion helps you maintain a balanced emotional state, even when facing difficulties. When you're compassionate, you acknowledge your own struggles without harsh self-criticism and extend the same kindness to others. This practice fosters a sense of connection and support, which strengthens your emotional resilience. Building emotional resilience also requires patience. It's a gradual process, not an overnight transformation. Just as physical strength develops over time with consistent effort, so does emotional strength. Be patient with yourself as you navigate this journey. Recognize your progress, however small, and continue applying the lessons you've learned. As you cultivate emotional resilience, remember that it's a continuous practice. Life will always present new challenges, but with each one, you'll have the opportunity to reinforce your mental fortitude. By embracing the teachings of Buddhism, you can develop a resilient mindset that helps you face life's ups and downs with grace and strength. So, the next time you encounter a difficult situation, remember these principles. Approach your emotions with mindfulness, let go of unnecessary attachments, maintain a positive outlook, practice compassion, and be patient with yourself. By integrating these lessons into your daily life, you'll find that building emotional resilience becomes a natural part of your journey, transforming adversity into strength. Listen closely, for today we speak of a powerful truth. The very challenges that threaten to break us are the same ones that can make us stronger. In the quiet moments of struggle, when life feels heavy and your spirit is weary, there lies a hidden opportunity. This is the opportunity to transform adversity into strength. Consider the bamboo that grows tall and strong. It does not resist the wind. Instead, it bends gracefully with it. Yet, this bending does not weaken the bamboo. On the contrary, it becomes more resilient, its roots growing deeper into the earth. In this way, the bamboo teaches us a valuable lesson. Strength does not come from resisting life's challenges, but from embracing them and allowing them to shape us. When you face adversity, your first instinct might be to avoid it, to run away, or to wish it away. But what if, instead of fleeing, you stood firm and faced it head-on? What if you viewed each challenge as a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient? In Buddhism, we understand that suffering is a part of life. The Buddha taught that suffering is not something to fear or avoid, but rather something to understand and transform. When we confront suffering with an open heart and a clear mind, we begin to see it not as an enemy, but as a teacher. This shift in perspective is the first step in turning adversity into strength. Imagine you are walking along a path, and suddenly, a large rock blocks your way. You have three choices. You can try to push the rock away, you can turn back, or you can find a way to climb over it. The rock represents the challenges and hardships in your life. Pushing it away is like trying to avoid your problems. It takes a lot of energy, and often, the rock doesn't move. Turning back is like giving up, but that means you'll never reach your destination. The third option, climbing over the rock, requires effort and determination, but it is the only way forward. In life, adversity is the rock in your path. You can't push it away, and you shouldn't turn back. Instead, you must find a way to overcome it, to use it as a stepping stone to greater heights. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you grow stronger. Your spirit becomes more resilient, your mind becomes clearer, and your heart becomes more compassionate. This process of overcoming adversity is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Each time you face a challenge and emerge victorious, you build inner strength. You become like the bamboo, flexible but unbreakable, bending with the wind but never snapping. This strength is not just physical or mental, it is spiritual. It is the strength of knowing that no matter what life throws at you, you can handle it. But how do we cultivate this strength in the face of adversity? The first step is acceptance. Accept that life will bring challenges, and that these challenges are not meant to destroy you, but to help you grow. When you accept this, you stop seeing adversity as something negative and start seeing it as an opportunity for growth. The next step is mindfulness. When you encounter adversity, take a moment to pause and observe your thoughts and emotions. Don't judge them or try to push them away. Simply observe them, like clouds passing through the sky. This mindfulness allows you to stay grounded and present, even in the midst of difficulty. It gives you the clarity to see the situation for what it is, without getting lost in fear or anxiety. Once you have accepted the challenge and become mindful of your thoughts and emotions, the next step is to take action. Don't let fear paralyze you. Take one small step forward, then another and another. This action doesn't have to be grand or heroic. It just needs to move you in the right direction. Each small step you take builds momentum, and before you know it, you will have overcome the challenge. Finally, reflect on your journey. After you have faced adversity and come out stronger, take some time to reflect on what you have learned. How has this experience changed you? What strengths have you discovered within yourself? How can you apply these lessons to future challenges? Reflection is crucial because it allows you to integrate the lessons you've learned and carry them with you as you continue on your path. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate adversity from your life. That is impossible. The goal is to transform it, to use it as a tool for growth and self-discovery. Each time you do this, you become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. You become like the bamboo, able to withstand any storm because your roots are deep, your spirit is strong, and your mind is clear. In the end, adversity is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It is a gift in disguise, offering you the opportunity to grow and evolve. When you face it with courage and mindfulness, you transform it into strength. And in doing so, you discover that the power to overcome any challenge lies not outside of you, but within you. As you continue on your journey, remember this. The strongest warriors are not those who have never faced adversity, but those who have faced it, embraced it, and emerged stronger on the other side. You have that strength within you. All you need to do is tap into it, one step at a time, transforming adversity into strength. Imagine a moment in your life when everything seems to go wrong. It could be a minor setback or a major crisis. You might feel overwhelmed, like the weight of the world is crushing you. But what if you could turn these moments of adversity into opportunities for growth and strength? What if, instead of feeling defeated, you could emerge stronger than ever before? In Buddhism, adversity is not just a challenge to overcome, but a chance to transform ourselves. The Buddha taught that life is full of suffering and difficulties, but how we respond to these challenges defines our path to enlightenment. This perspective doesn't mean we seek out suffering, but that we understand it as a part of our journey, something that can help us grow if we approach it with the right mindset. Think of adversity as a forge, and your mind as the metal being shaped. Just as metal becomes stronger and more resilient through the intense heat and hammering of a forge, so can we grow stronger through the trials we face. When we experience difficulties, it's like we are being tested and shaped into something more robust and resilient. One way to transform adversity into strength is by practicing mindfulness. When you face a challenge, instead of reacting impulsively or letting negative emotions take over, take a moment to pause and breathe. This pause allows you to observe your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. By acknowledging your emotions and understanding their origins, you gain insight into your reactions and can respond more thoughtfully. For example, imagine you've just received unexpected criticism at work. Your initial reaction might be anger or frustration, but if you practice mindfulness, you can take a step back, observe your emotional response, and choose how to react. Instead of letting the criticism derail your mood, you can view it as a chance to reflect on your actions and improve. Another powerful practice is to reframe your perspective on adversity. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, try to view them as opportunities for personal development. Every difficulty you encounter can teach you something valuable about yourself and your strengths. By shifting your mindset, you can transform feelings of helplessness into a proactive approach to growth. The Buddha also spoke about the concept of dukkha, often translated as suffering or dissatisfaction. He taught that while suffering is a part of life, it is also a catalyst for change. By acknowledging and accepting dukkha, we can begin to understand its role in our lives and use it as a stepping stone toward greater wisdom and compassion. Embracing adversity as a teacher requires a shift in how we perceive challenges. Rather than seeing them as punishments or setbacks, recognize them as opportunities to build resilience and deepen your understanding of yourself. This shift in perspective allows you to approach difficulties with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than fear or resistance. Developing inner strength through adversity also involves cultivating patience and perseverance. When faced with challenges, it's easy to become frustrated and want to give up. However, patience allows you to endure difficult times without becoming disheartened. Perseverance means continuing to strive forward despite obstacles. Together, these qualities help you navigate tough situations with grace and determination. Consider the story of a bamboo tree. It spends years growing its roots underground before it ever breaks through the soil. During this time, it's invisible, but the strength it develops underground supports its growth when it finally emerges. Similarly, the struggles and challenges you face build your inner strength, preparing you for future growth and success. By viewing adversity through this lens, you can learn to appreciate the process of personal development that comes with facing challenges. Each struggle you overcome adds to your strength, wisdom, and resilience. In this way, adversity is not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as a crucial part of your journey. As you continue on this path, remember that transforming adversity into strength is a gradual process. It requires practice, patience, and a willingness to see challenges as opportunities for growth. With time and effort, you will find that you are not only more resilient, but also more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. So the next time you face a challenge, instead of feeling overwhelmed, remind yourself that you have the power to transform it into an opportunity for strength. Embrace the adversity, learn from it, and watch as it helps you grow into a stronger, more resilient person. The path of discipline, cultivating inner fortitude. In our journey toward inner strength, we've explored various aspects of building resilience. Now, let's delve into a crucial component: discipline. Imagine discipline not as a strict rule, but as a guiding force that helps you stay on the path to becoming stronger and more resilient. Discipline is like the steady hand that helps you navigate through turbulent waters, ensuring that you remain focused and steady even when faced with challenges. Think of discipline as a muscle. Just like physical exercise strengthens your body, discipline practices fortify your mind and spirit. In Buddhism, discipline is not about self-punishment, but about training your mind to act with purpose and intention. It's about creating habits that align with your values and goals, ultimately leading to a more resilient and balanced life. One way to understand discipline is by reflecting on daily routines. For instance, consider a simple practice like meditation. Meditation requires discipline, as it involves setting aside time each day to sit quietly, focus your mind, and cultivate inner peace. This practice may seem challenging at first, but with consistent effort, it becomes a powerful tool for developing mental clarity and emotional stability. Discipline in Buddhism is closely linked to the concept of sila, which refers to ethical conduct. Sila encompasses principles like honesty, kindness, and self-control. By practicing sila, you build a strong foundation for inner strength. When you act with integrity and compassion, you reinforce positive habits that support your overall well-being. Another aspect of discipline involves setting goals and working steadily toward them. In Buddhism, this is often related to the idea of right effort, one of the components of the Noble Eightfold Path. Right effort means putting in the necessary work to cultivate positive states of mind while overcoming negative ones. It's about making a consistent effort to improve yourself, both mentally and spiritually. Imagine you're trying to improve your response to stress. With discipline, you can develop techniques to handle stressful situations calmly. This might involve practicing mindfulness, using breathing exercises, or simply taking a moment to pause before reacting. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you gradually build resilience against stress and adversity. discipline also involves learning from setbacks. Everyone faces challenges and makes mistakes. The key is to approach these experiences with a mindset of growth and learning. When you face difficulties, instead of giving up or becoming discouraged, use them as opportunities to refine your approach and strengthen your resolve. This attitude transforms obstacles into valuable lessons that contribute to your inner fortitude. In the Buddhist tradition, discipline is often symbolized by the image of a skilled archer. Just as an archer must focus intently on the target and practice diligently to hit the bullseye, you too must remain focused on your goals and practice discipline to achieve them. This metaphor highlights the importance of precision and dedication in developing inner strength. One practical way to cultivate discipline is by establishing a daily routine. Consistent practices, such as setting aside time for reflection, practicing gratitude, or engaging in physical exercise, contribute to overall well-being. A well-structured routine helps create a sense of order and purpose, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. Another important aspect of discipline is self-awareness. By understanding your strengths and weaknesses, you can tailor your practices to address specific areas that need improvement. Self-awareness allows you to make more informed decisions and develop strategies that align with your personal values and aspirations. As you cultivate discipline, remember to be patient with yourself. Developing inner fortitude is a gradual process that requires time and effort. It's important to recognize and celebrate your progress along the way. Small victories build momentum and reinforce your commitment to personal growth. Incorporating discipline into your life is about creating a supportive environment that fosters growth and resilience. Surround yourself with positive influences, set realistic goals, and commit to practices that align with your values. This holistic approach to discipline helps create a balanced and fulfilling life, enhancing your ability to handle challenges with grace and strength. By embracing the path of discipline, you lay the groundwork for lasting inner strength. Each disciplined action, no matter how small, contributes to your overall resilience and ability to face life's challenges with confidence. As you continue on this path, you'll find that discipline becomes a natural and integral part of your journey toward personal growth and well-being. Finding balance, strength without harshness. In our journey to become stronger, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that toughness means being harsh or unfeeling. But true strength isn't about being tough in a cold or unkind way. It's about finding a balance that lets us face life's challenges with both strength and compassion. This is where Buddhism offers profound wisdom. Strength and gentleness can coexist, creating a balanced and harmonious way of living. Imagine a tree in a storm. Its trunk is strong and unyielding, but its branches bend with the wind. If the tree were rigid and unbending, it might snap in the storm. But because it can flex and adapt, it endures the storm and continues to grow. This is a powerful metaphor for our own lives. We need to develop strength that allows us to be flexible and adaptable, rather than rigid and unyielding. In Buddhism, this balance is often referred to as the middle way. It's the idea of not leaning too far in any direction, whether it's being too soft or too harsh. The middle way encourages us to find a balanced approach that embraces both strength and kindness. It's about being strong in our convictions and actions, but also gentle with ourselves and others. One of the key teachings of Buddhism is the concept of compassion. True strength involves caring deeply for others and ourselves, even when we face difficulties. Compassion doesn't mean we become weak or passive. Rather, it means we approach challenges with an open heart and a strong sense of empathy. It's about understanding that everyone, including ourselves, is doing their best with what they have. In practice, this means being firm and decisive when needed, but also knowing when to be gentle and forgiving. For instance, if you're working towards a goal and encounter setbacks, it's important to be strong and persistent. However, it's equally important to treat yourself with kindness and not beat yourself up over mistakes. Recognize your efforts and progress, and use setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Finding this balance can be challenging, but it's a skill that can be developed with mindfulness and self-awareness. Start by paying attention to your reactions in different situations. Are you reacting with excessive harshness or excessive softness? Are you being too rigid or too lenient with yourself or others? Reflect on these questions and strive to find a middle ground that feels right for you. Meditation and mindfulness practices are powerful tools for developing this balanced approach. They help us become more aware of our thoughts and feelings, allowing us to respond to situations with greater clarity and composure. Through regular practice, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength that is both firm and gentle. In addition to mindfulness, consider the practice of right speech, one of the aspects of the Noble Eightfold Path in Buddhism. Right speech involves speaking truthfully and kindly, avoiding harmful or harsh words. By incorporating right speech into our daily lives, we not only foster a positive environment, but also strengthen our own ability to communicate with both strength and compassion. Another helpful practice is to set boundaries that protect your well-being without being harsh or inflexible. Boundaries are a way of maintaining balance and ensuring that you're taking care of yourself. They help you stay strong and resilient while also allowing for flexibility and understanding. Remember, finding balance is an ongoing process. It requires patience and practice. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey. Recognize that growth takes time, and it's okay to make adjustments along the way. As you continue to practice, you'll find that your strength becomes more integrated with compassion, creating a harmonious balance that enhances your overall well-being. In summary, true strength is not about being harsh or unfeeling. It's about finding a balance between firmness and gentleness, strength and compassion. By embracing the middle way and practicing mindfulness, compassion, and right speech, you can develop a form of strength that is both powerful and kind. This balanced approach will not only help you face life's challenges with grace, but also foster a deeper sense of inner peace and resilience. Embracing the warrior within, a call to action. As we reach the final chapter of our journey together, it's time to reflect on what we've learned and how we can carry these lessons forward. Embracing the warrior within is not about becoming harsh or unfeeling. It's about cultivating a powerful inner strength that can withstand the tests of life. Imagine a warrior, not in the sense of someone who fights with weapons, but someone who battles internal struggles with calm and determination. This warrior is steady, unshaken by life's challenges, and able to face difficulties with courage. This is the kind of strength we've been talking about throughout this series, strength that comes from within. We've explored many aspects of this inner strength, from understanding what it means to be soft, to learning how Buddhism guides us in developing resilience. We've talked about breaking free from attachments, facing challenges with courage, and transforming adversity into strength. But now, it's time to bring it all together and put these teachings into action. The path of a true warrior involves continuous practice. It's not about a one-time transformation, but about making a commitment to ongoing growth. Each day offers opportunities to apply what we've learned. Whether it's handling a difficult conversation with grace, facing a setback with composure, or simply maintaining inner peace amidst external chaos. One powerful way to embrace the warrior within is to practice mindfulness regularly. By staying present and aware, you can better manage your reactions and maintain a calm center. Meditation, as we discussed, helps in training your mind to be focused and resilient. It's like a workout for your mental strength. Another important practice is self-reflection. Take time each day to reflect on your experiences and how you handled them. This reflection helps you recognize areas where you've grown stronger and areas where you might still be soft. It's through this honest self-assessment that you can continue to improve and build on your strengths. Remember, being a warrior is also about compassion, both for yourself and others. Strength doesn't mean you have to be hard-hearted. Instead, it means being strong enough to face your own vulnerabilities and help others with kindness. By balancing strength with compassion, you embody the true essence of a warrior. As you move forward, carry the lessons from this series with you. Use them to guide your actions and responses. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and stay committed to your path of inner strength. This journey is ongoing, and each day is a chance to build and refine your resilience. Before we part ways, I want to thank you for being a part of this journey. If you found this series valuable, please show your support by liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Your engagement helps us continue to bring more insights and wisdom to you. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Woven so you can stay updated with our latest content. Thank you for joining me in exploring these transformative teachings. May you carry the strength and wisdom of a true warrior in all aspects of your life. Farewell, and remember, your journey to inner strength is just beginning.